So when My Hero 1 Justice 2 DLC characters get released, a DLC costume pack usually always comes with the character. Now, I know not everyone is a fan of these packs and their pricing because sometimes they can be a bit on the expensive side, especially last time that one was a little more pricey, but I think the costume packs are a cool idea, and I wanted to try creating a prediction video talking about what costume packs we might see come to the game with the next two DLCs. Now, with the costume DLC packs, they have been kind of random, and what I mean by that is that they don't always match the character that, it comes with. Like, for example, when we got Hatsume added to the game, she came with the villain suit costume pack. So, the two obviously don't match, so what I think that means is that these costume packs can be anything they want to be. They don't really need to match the character they come with, so I'm just going to pick some packs that are likely to come to the game. Also, before we begin, there will be some spoilers for the My Hero Academia manga and the My Hero Academia movie My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, so if you don't want to be spoiled in any way, I just wanted to warn you before we begin so you weren't spoiled, and yeah, so with all that out of the way, let's begin the list. So starting off this prediction list, I have the Class 1A Winter Hero costumes. Now, this is from the Class 1A vs 1B arc, which has already been done in the manga, but it's going to be one of the first arcs in Season 5, and you can actually see these costumes in the My Hero Academia Season 5 trailer. And I think it would only make sense that this costume pack would come to the game because, Season 5 release is coming next year, and there's a lot of characters you can put in this pack. The characters who would probably be in this pack are Bakugo, Yaoyorozu, Asui, and Ashido, seeing that they are in the trailer, and these are the Class 1A characters that are in the game that have winter costumes. Bakugo gets long sleeves and like a collar, Yaoyorozu gets a cape, Ashido gets like a coat over her costume, Asui gets whatever that is. I don't really know what it is. If you guys know what that is, let me know down in the comments below because I just don't really know what that is. But I think each one actually looks really cool. I could totally see them adding this pack to the game, especially again with Seasons 5 release coming next year. I can totally see them doing that, and I wouldn't mind seeing the winter costumes come to the game either because again, I think they look pretty cool. Okay, next up on the prediction list, I have the My Hero Academia medieval look. Now, if you guys don't know, in the anime, one of their endings had the characters in a medieval style. And what I mean by that is that like they look like they were from the medieval times. It looked like a completely different anime. Deku had like an adventurer kind of look. Uraraka had a mage sort of look to her. Ida had a knight look. Todoroki had another adventurer look, and Bakugo had like this warrior look. And I know there were a lot of other characters that had different types of looks in that ending, so there's like a wide variety of characters you can pick from, but they were the main focused ones, so that's why I'm talking about them. I think this pack would be pretty cool to see come to the game because it's like a very different type of style, like I said before, and like think about it. Instead of just having their hero costumes, they had like medieval costumes. And I think because of uniqueness alone, I can see them doing this, and they just have the costumes already kind of laid out for them, and you can just choose those 5 main characters, or you can choose some of the other characters that were shown off in that ending. There's a lot of characters you can choose from and a lot of creativity in that, costume pack if they do that. So I can totally see them doing that, and that's why I picked this pack. Okay, next up on the prediction list, I have any of the popularity poll costumes. So if you guys don't know, each year My Hero Academia does a popularity poll, and people can vote for their favorite characters of that year. After that popularity poll is over and they find out who the top 10 characters are of that year, they have these cool looking art covers, I think that's what they're called, on like the mangas, and they pretty much show the winning characters of that year in different costume styles. And I think any of these popularity poll costumes would work because, like the medieval costumes, they're unique. Not to mention, they have a lot of choices of who they can include in this pack because there have been a few different characters in the top 10 most popular characters because they've had like I think 6 now. I think there's been 6 popularity polls. So you have like a wide variety of characters you can choose from. Also, besides just picking the characters, they have to include in this pack, they also have to pick the style because each popularity poll, art has been different. Like each costume style has been different. They've had so many different ones. Like I said before, there's been 6 different variations of them, I think. And you would have to pick, the characters that go into it, and then you have to pick, the costume design that you want to go in with it as well. And like I said before, it doesn't have to just be Class 1A because there have been other, characters that are not from Class 1A in, you know, the popularity polls, the top 10s. So you have a lot of characters to choose from, a lot of different styles you can choose from, and like I said before, because of uniqueness alone and just because of like the wide range of like options they can choose from, I can totally see them doing a popularity poll costume pack. So for the next DLC costume pack I could totally see them adding is a Class 1A fancy suit pack, like the ones they wore in the My Hero Academia movie, Two Heroes. Pretty much Deku and some of his classmates got invited to a fancy party, and when the villains showed up, they had to save the day in fancy suits. I think this would make sense for them to add because the villains already have a suit costume pack, and I could totally see them adding some for the heroes because to just balance it out a bit. There are a lot of characters that you could put in this pack, like there was Deku, Uraraka, Ida, Bakugo, Todoroki, Kirishima, Kaminari, Jiro, Yaoyorozu, and Mineta. I think that's all of them. I might be missing one, but that's pretty much just all of them. Well, pretty much the gist of it is that there are a lot of characters you can put in this pack. And, you know, they could either release it as one big pack or release it as two small packs, you know. But I don't think they should do that because the last time they split a costume pack into two, it was mad expensive. So I hope they don't do that again, because that's really expensive, and I feel like just doing one big pack would work. And yeah, but like I said, I could totally see them doing this because again, the villains have a fancy suit pack, so I can see the heroes getting one as well. So one last idea I had that they could possibly do as a costume DLC pack is the original and future costume pack. Now for this pack they could do the original and future costume designs for some characters like Kirishima, Kaminari, Deku, Mr. Compress, Todoroki, and Endeavor. Now Kirishima and Kaminari's original costume designs were already in the first My Hero 1 Justice game, so if they do choose to add those ones, the price of the pack should be a bit on the lower side, seeing that they were already in the first one, but the other costumes are, you know, unique, so they would be like brand new to the game. Deku and Todoroki had different costumes in Season 1, Mr. Compress had a different look in the Forest Training arc, plus we would get Endeavor's new look as well, the one that he had where he fought, you know, High-End Nomu, that costume. I think this pack would be pretty cool to see because it would bring a whole bunch of new types of costumes we've seen before in the past into the game, because some people really like the original looks and some people like the newer looks because, you know, they just, you know, personal preference. Some people like the original looks, and I was surprised that we didn't get some of the original looks in the game when the game first came out. But like I said before, if they do decide to do this and they add Kirishima and Kaminari's original look into the pack, like I said before, the pack should be a little bit on the cheaper side because again, those costumes were already in the first game. So like I said, they could totally do that. I can totally see them doing that, but if they do that, then they have to be on the cheaper side because Kirishima and Kaminari's costumes were already in the first game. So yeah, that is my prediction list for some costume DLC packs that could possibly come with the last two DLC characters, but let me know down in the comments if you guys have any other ideas of what they could do as costume DLC packs. Like I said before, costume DLC packs are kind of like 50-50 with the community. Some people really love them, some people just could do without them, and you know, I understand the both sides of it because I think the ideas are really cool, but sometimes the costume packs could be pretty pricey, so I could see both sides. But in the end of the day, it's just more content in the game, and I think that's really awesome. And again, I really like the idea of the costume packs. I think they're really cool. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That would be amazing. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.